Do you know the Muffin Man? Seriously though, I'm hungry. I'm also AJ, and these are extraordinary times. On to the first story of the day, which is, well, kind of throwback to yesterday, how, you know, the Dow Jones dropped after the elections and everything. I was actually talking to quite a few people, mostly Obama supporters, and they're like, well, that's just a temporary drop. Sure, it's a little drastic, but it'll go right back up. The stock market always does. I'm saying, you know what? You don't realize how drastic this actually is. And just to, you know, throw it into, just so you get it into your heads, this is an extremely bad thing for the economy. Got a couple stories here for you, such as Boeing announcing huge layoffs in their defense division right after the election. They're like, they saw the election coming, they're like, well, there go all our defense contracts, and layoff. Massive amounts, and it's cost $2.2 billion since 2010. They just can't cover this anymore. Not if, you know, Obama's going to keep scaling back the military anyway. So they're like, yeah, no, not going to happen. At the same time, even McDonald's is feeling the wrath of the election. They have seen their first drop in sales since 2003. Okay, people, the election has triggered another downturn in the economy. If you don't understand this, then you don't understand Obama's policies. On other political news, though, the 50 states of America may soon, well, relatively soon, become 51. If you haven't heard, Puerto Rico is a territory of ours. You know, we've had it for a while. Not necessarily a state, but the people there are American citizens. They use American money. They just aren't allowed to vote and do certain things. They also don't pay certain taxes, so kind of a balance out there, I guess. Either way, they have recently voted for the first time ever to approve statehood. However, there's a couple problems with this. First of all, a lot of the people that don't want the statehood in Puerto Rico just didn't vote on that particular section of the ballot as kind of a protest. Not only that, they just voted in a governor who is against statehood. So, also, they may face some challenges in Congress. It's actually Congress that has to approve them becoming a state, such as the fact that, well, sure, if they come in, we'll add 2 more senators and we'll have 102, but once they come into the House, you don't just add more House members, you actually shift around. There's a set number of members of the House of Representatives, and to add some in, you have to take some away from other states. And since Puerto Rico is mainly Democratic, and, well, the House is mainly Republican at this point, they don't want to lose that balance, there's a good chance they won't approve it. And to continue our political trend that I'm on today, man, I've just been ranting about politics for the last few days. We're going to flip over to Iran, where a U.S. drone over the Gulf, you know, the international waters, has been shot at. It wasn't actually shot down, but it was definitely attacked by Iranian planes. So this may actually be first strike in the coming war. We've been talking about this for a while on the show. But yeah, Iran is just getting more and more antsy. I really don't know what's going to happen. And this is the first overt strike that we've really seen from that country on ours. Now, it was just a drone, so nobody was even threatening getting hurt, and it was just kind of a robot, but it was also over international waters. So they're kind of touching the line here. And we're going to switch down to Australia because, well, their politics are just nicer than ours. Mainly talking about the internet filter plan that they've been really trying to push for a while. If you didn't know, Australia has been trying to basically censor the internet. I know anybody who's on the internet right now is just flipping out like, what? Why are you trying to censor free speech? Well, it is Australia, and they are a little bit more protective of things. You know, nobody has guns over there, that kind of stuff. Rather liberal. However, Anonymous, the hacktivist group, has been targeting them for this for quite some time, and just literally like hacking their government sites every other week, if not every week. And so finally, they're backing down. They're saying, okay, you know what, fine, free speech, whatever, just we'll stop the internet filter plan, just stop hacking us. And no more politics for the last 2 stories of the show. First of which is over in Virginia, where a very interesting robbery happened. A man went in and got some money, of course, and left. The main points being that he did it with a knife in Virginia. I'm not sure how that happened, because Virginia is kind of like Texas. A lot of people tend to have guns. Not only that, the guy was in a wheelchair. How did you let him get away? He could barely get through the door. I mean, nothing against wheelchair people, but I'm looking at a picture of the wheelchair. This is like one of those old ones with the handles on the back. You could have grabbed on and just held him there. I mean, what happened? Either way, he was caught up to by police near the Courthouse Metro Station, which I think is just an ironic name in and of itself. Has been arrested and all of that, but still, how did you let a guy in a wheelchair get away? And for our last story of the day, we're going to switch over to Salt Lake City, Utah, where football records are being broken. Now, if you know anything about football, you're just like, AJ, what are you talking about? There's no football. And just wait, hold your horses, let me explain. This one's actually a little kids football league, you know, like 8 to 10-year-olds, that kind of stuff. And there's one player, little Sam Gordon, who's just destroying everybody's expectations. Not just because, well, Sam is running faster than every other person on every other team. There's literally 25 touchdowns already, you know, thousands of yards, average 8.2 yards per catch. It's just absolutely insane. She's also a girl. I mean, just absolutely crazy. The story goes that she wanted to run with her brother. Her older brother Max was on the league, and she saw him running around with his friends. She's like, I want to run too. The coach is like, okay, sure, why not? And he started a new game. Who can outrun Max's little sister? Turns out, no one can. There's a video down below. I'm going to link you like right here because the video of her highlights is just absolutely amazing. This kid can run faster than half the people in NFL. This is nuts. Hopefully this does lead to her doing something in the future. She's not really being forced into this, if you're wondering. It is full body tackle, but she's doing it because she wants to, and she's learning a lot of stuff on her own. So really, I'm with her on this, and good luck, Sam, on your future endeavors. But anyway, that's it for the day. If you like the show, like it over here. Favorite over here if you really liked it. Subscribe up there if you haven't already, because, well, this is an awesome show. You should really see our day-to-day show. You know, we do it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You know, we just don't work on Saturdays and Sundays. You know, who wants to work on the weekend? And I'm rambling, so anyway. Be aware.